It was a tragic day in Republic City indeed. Hello, Kimbo here. And of course, I'm going to review the finale, episode 11 and 12, chapter 11 and 12 of The Legend of Korra. Freaking loved the episodes, but I am going to start this video with some things that I didn't really like or care for. Just initially when they came on the screen, some things initially when they came on the screen, I was just, the first thing, of course, is enough with the evil waterbenders. I cannot take any more. They no longer need to exist in the Avatar world. I'm just not okay with them. And bloodbending is just... it is just so creepy. Just no more evil waterbenders. I'm not okay with them being in my tribe. It's just okay. I also didn't really like how it went kind of mad science for a second there, with the facial reconstruction. I don't know. And then I was just like, okay, well, Mike and Brian are having fun. And it really, truly still was great storytelling. It's just when it first came out, I was like, what? Wait, who? What? Michael Jackson? So, yeah, it was weird. And I was just like, how? And then I was like, wait a minute. It's very possible because all they have to do is, heal his face. And so I was, I don't know. I just, when it first came out, I was just like, oh my gosh, really? He changed his face. And then also, I do not like not knowing exactly how Amon was taking the people's bending away. I do know that there's going to be a second season, and I don't think he's dead, but I just wanted an explanation. As far as it being the finale of this season, the problem of this season, I wanted to know how it was, a possibility for him. But maybe we'll get some information in the next season. The last thing I want to say is I also do not like not knowing character motivation. I'm just a person, like, I need to know exactly why someone is doing something. Like, I need it to be clear, and Amon's wasn't made very clear, so the ending just left me thinking that he is a lying psycho with multiple personalities who is a hypocrite that wants to be the only bender in the world that locks mothers and newborns in prison. Not cool. So yeah, those were the couple things I did not like. The only thing, the episodes were still interesting, and the mad science thing, it still kind of progressed the story and made it just more not the original series, and I appreciate that. It was just a little, I kind of was thrown off guard, and I was like, wait a minute, no. But so I'm going to move on and talk about the episodes in sequential order. So of course that means 11 and then 12. Let's talk about chapter 11. Yeah, do not sleep on the Republic City hobos. They can get stuff done. And, I also loved the United Forces ships. They were really amazing. I wonder how long it took to animate them. I do know that it looks like for most of like the planes and the cars and things like that, they're doing 3D animation, but it just seems like they were really intricately done, and I really appreciated it. The fighter planes were freaking cool, and again, with giving cool stuff to the evil people, it's not fun. Not fun for the heroes. And I just, it was really cool. It was very American, those planes, and I really appreciated it. Iroh being voiced by Dante Bosco is just perfect. His line, he's like, oh, my grandfather would trust the Avatar's instinct, and I was just like, oh my gosh. At that point, whenever he spoke, I just wanted to be like, honor! So, I don't know, I really appreciate him with being voiced by Dante Bosco. Now, this episode, of course, does have a lot of great action in it, but it is about Amon and Tarlok and Yakone. And as I stated in one of my other videos, Yakone wasn't a problem, but he wasn't another problem himself, but he did create other problems with his kids. And it was a sad backstory. And I knew that they had spent a little too much time on those flashbacks for Yukon not to be more included in the story or more involved and the current actions that were taking place. Even with that, still, although he was evil to his kids, it doesn't not excuse their actions. They grew up basically to do exactly what he wanted them to do. Take over Republic City and try and remove the Avatar as an issue. So, it was not cool. You grow up to be your own person, and don't let subconsciously things basically shape you to a person. That is not good. So I can't feel sorry for them. And also I think that their level of bending that they were able to achieve kind of enabled them or let them think that it was okay for them to do things like this and cause problems and try and basically rule Republic City the way that they wanted it to be done, instead of living harmonious with other people. Just gotta listen to the hobo. They have non-benders and benders alike living down there, and they found a way to cope. So there's not much. The episode had little action in it, and Korra was amazing. But there's not too much more to talk about with that episode. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to episode 12, which... Whew, oh my gosh. I love how Mike and Brian showed M. Night how to make a good fake firebending scar. No, I'm just playing, LOL smiley face. But when Mako and Korra ran across the wall, OMFG. Oh my gosh. Did you see it? You had to have seen it. But did you see it? That was so amazing. When they jumped down there to, try and save Pim, or they did, save Tenzin and the kids, I was just like, oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. So beautiful, so wonderful. If I was an equalist, I'd have been like, did you see it? Oh my gosh, holy koi fish. Amon, my brother, equalist power, raise the roof. But that was sick, did you see that? Down with the Avatar. That would have been me in the crowd. Like, what? They just ran across the wall. Okay, back to reality. They owned Amon. I was about to say MaKorra. They owned Amon, and it was because he wasn't bloodbending, but still, a win is a win. And take that, Amon. And they got to free Tenzin and his kids, which I was just like, oh my gosh, he has them all tied up, bound and gagged, basically. Like, who does that to little kids? Milo? Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm moving on. The airplane fight that was, General Iroh just basically trying to stop the airplanes from getting to Bumi. That was, who thinks of stuff like this? Like, it's just, Mike and Brian, they need to come up with a movie about something. I don't know, but they need to animate a movie, and I will be there at the theater, so ready to watch. And then Naga, oh my gosh, she was like just kicking butt, and she was having fun doing it. Like, I would have been kind of scared if she had got mad, because she was just like whip flashing 3 of the mecha droids and then like bounded off all happy, like she was just galloping like, yay, that was fun. And then Korra's airbending surprise. Oh my gosh. I was so like, the world is coming to an end when the Avatar can no longer be the Avatar. And then she was like, no! Boof. And like the air came out, and he was like, impossible. No way. I was just like, yes! So, whoa, I needed that. Because I was not okay for a few moments there. Mako and his lightning bending and owning Amon, like, Amon, really, he was getting messed up this episode. And then when Korra is like, you know, they're basically face to face, and he's like trying to bloodbend her, and she's like, "Oh no, brother, you getting on my nerves," and she airbends him out the window. You talking about some chills and some screaming, y'all? I was screaming. I was screaming at the top of my lungs. I was the only one here, so none of my family members know how insane I am, but that was just beautiful. I really loved that part. Um, this episode also has some sad stuff. Asami and her dad, oh my gosh, I almost cried. It's just real. I'm being real. Excuse me. I almost cried. Like, that was not cool. I hope Hiroshi can let go of some of that hate and anger that he has all pent up and built up. It was and he was trying to kill Asami. Like, what? And he like broke the glass, and like the glass, that was not cool. Like, why did he do that? Like, he needs some counseling, because I understand your wife is gone, but that was not cool. Not cool at all. Okay, now speaking of Asami, her and Mako did break up. I know it wasn't spoken out loud, but they had a little moment of a little silent, you know, like, okay, I know our relationship has reached an impasse right here. I know we can't get past this because you're in love with another woman, and I'm not okay with it, but I still care about you. And she kisses him on the cheek and not on the lips. So that right there lets you know, like, okay, I get it. We're good. I'm good. You're good. You know. So yeah, MaKorra. I just like to let y'all know that I made a video, and I believe its title was MaKorra Will Reign Supreme. And I would just like to let you know that I had a vision of the future, and it came true because the spirits wanted it to be true. And I would just like to get a witness. Can I get a witness? Can I get an avatar state? Yip yip. I'm sorry. I had to break out the preacher voice because it, you know, MaKorra, there were no other options. Although, you know, I love me some Asami with her cute ass. Excuse my language. But I just really love MaKorra. So, with that being said, anybody shipping Irami? Oh yeah, this guy. Iroh and Asami, like, come on. He's like young, and I can see it happening. So yeah, I love the episode. All the action was amazing. Amon is crazy. I don't think he's dead. It was everything, the plane fights, the Mako and Korra running across the wall, Tenzin like airbending everybody off the stage within a couple of moves. Everything was epicness. Even him being bound and gagged with his kids was like, it's happening. No, it's not good. So it was amazing, and I could spend hours talking about these two episodes, but those were the things that I kind of wrote down and, you know, kind of wanted to talk about MaKorra. So as I end this video, is going to be with predictions for the next season, for season 2, which also Mike and Brian did say in the interview on Coronation that they linked on Coronation that they have story past season 2, so fingers crossed on that. And we don't know when the second season is going to start, so sadness and despair. My predictions. I think Lin will whip Korra and Bolin's earthbending into shape, and when I say in shape, I mean into the metal bending shape. And I can see Bo joining the police force. Mako, of course, will probably go back to work for the power plant, or maybe join Asami, because I see her becoming Asami, businesswoman. You know, being that her dad is kind of psycho and probably will be in jail for a long time. Korra will get pregnant, and she's going to start Republic City Teen Mom. And then I'm just playing. She'll just be doing her avatar stuff, helping people. So I also want to see, it's not a prediction, it's kind of a want, a love interest for Lin, you know, besides me. I realized that we are worlds apart. So I want her to fall in love. And if Iroh was old enough, I would want it to be him, but he's not old enough. So Iroh and Asami, and then there has to be a love interest for Lin, and that will make me happy. So yes, that's the end of the video. If you're watching my videos, of course you knew it was going to be long. So I thank you so much for subscribing. Anyone who subscribed, anyone who comments or thumbs up, I really do appreciate it. You know, it makes me feel like $1,000,000. And stay tuned. I will still make videos. There's going to be some videos that are, you know, Avatar related and Korra related. I'm going to make another video next week in the honor of there not being an episode, or at least there hasn't been any confirmation that season 2 is going to start right away. So yeah, just thank you so much for subscribing, and stay tuned because I will make more videos, and I'll try and be as consistent as possible and try to remain funny. I don't think I am that funny, but sometimes I do make myself laugh when I'm talking. But yeah, so thank you so much, YouTube. I really appreciate it, and I will continue to deliver for you. So peace out. I think I'm gonna go see Brave again. Oh my gosh, that last scene, the Avatar skate scene, and laying in that bending dog. My God. I bet you thought I wasn't going to say anything about it. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week. I will be making a video next week. Peace out.